All right, welcome back to the Daily Mastermind. My name is George Wright III. I am your host. I hope you're having a great day today. I wanted to, and by the way, right off the bat, I want to apologize if our audio quality is a little bit lower today. I'm actually in my car, and I had a thought that I wanted to share with you as I was headed to this next appointment, and so I thought this would be a good opportunity to just really share this thought and hopefully give you a little bit of inspiration and motivation towards your week, towards your life. You've heard me say many times before that it's never too late to start living the life that you're meant to live, and sometimes that starts on a daily basis. So I wanted to share a thought with you today. It's based on kind of some reading and thoughts that I've been doing just recently. And you may have heard me mention the book Outwitting the Devil by Napoleon Hill. Napoleon Hill wrote a book called Outwitting the Devil that was not published while he was alive. It was later published by his widow, and I listened to a version where Sharon Lecter, one of the co-authors of the Rich Dad series, actually did a little commentary when it was released and did some really good stuff. You can find it online. But the point of it is this: Napoleon Hill wrote this book, and the beginning of the book is what really struck me closely. What happened was, in the beginning of the book, he talks about during the Depression when pretty much everyone was losing everything they had. It was a time of great turmoil, stress, anxiety, much like a lot of people are dealing with right now. And he remembered reflecting on a time where he had lost his 600-acre, ranch. His bank accounts had all been shut down because the bank went under. And he found himself sitting in front of the Lincoln Memorial in Washington as he was reevaluating his life, trying to figure out where he wanted to go. And many of you might be in a similar situation where you're trying to figure out what it is you want to do in life, where you want to go, what's going on, why is things going so difficult, why are things so hard. And imagine being Napoleon Hill, who is one of the original fathers of personal development, modern personal development, and success principles. And here he's struggling. Like, here's a guy who's preaching success principles, and he's struggling because he's lost everything. And he's thinking to himself that everybody in the world is struggling, and where's the opportunity to, really do what he does and kind of get back on top. And it was during this moment that he had a thought come to him. And he talks about it, I don't know how he rephrases it, but he talks about it being a form of inspiration that came to him in this moment, and he recognized it. And this is the key part here. You know answers and solutions and things that are in your life, but you may not be listening. You may not be watching or looking for the opportunities. And he had this inspiration come to him, and he realized something. He realized that during this unbelievably hard economic time of the Depression that he was in, when almost every person in the world was stressed and depressed and anxious, much like right now, he realized that in that moment that it was actually a couple of things. Number one, he realized that it was an opportunity. It was an opportunity for him to prove the theories and results that could come from success-minded focus in your life. And so he turned this horrible situation in time from a problem and an obstacle to a solution. And then he realized one other thing, and that's the other thing I wanted to share with you today. He realized that he had not been implementing or utilizing the power of a principle he had been talking about his whole life. And that's the power of the mastermind. The power of two or more people in harmony trying to seek a common goal. And what he realized is that if he would start to apply that principle, he wouldn't be doing it on his own. See, he recognized that he had been a lone wolf most of his life. And many of you are just like that. Many of you are struggling inside, and you're trying to figure out how to do it on your own. And what you don't realize is the mind that got you there is not the mind that's going to get you out. And that creating a mastermind, which I'm not talking about spending a lot of money. I'm not talking about doing things that require a lot of time and money and energy. I'm talking about a simple principle of aligning with one or two or more individuals that have positivity, success, and a common goal to better their lives. It's what you've done probably by listening to the Daily Mastermind. My goal is to provide inspiration, motivation, and education for people that are trying to create a better life. And so Napoleon Hill said to himself, I've got to go back to these principles. I've got to stop trying to do it on my own. I've got to create the mastermind. I've got to start focusing on the opportunity in any given obstacle or problem or situation. And that's when he really took off, and he really created some of the best known works that you've probably read and done some amazing things. But I really wanted to emphasize and stress this thought with you today, and I didn't want to wait until I got back in the studio to do it. And that's why I'm recording this while I'm in my car. I want to just kind of ask you this rhetorical question for you to think about. Number one, are you trying to do it on your own? Are you trying to be a lone wolf, thinking you'll figure it out and then you'll get back in the mainstream and try to figure out how to really go to the next level? Or are you on your own trying to motivate yourself or discipline yourself? Are you on your own trying to learn theories and strategies and education that'll take you places? Or are you surrounding yourself with a mastermind group? Because what I've found in my life is that the more I'm around successful people, it's why one of our prosperity pillars is I surround myself with successful people. The more I'm around people, the more opportunities present themselves, and the more I can identify in my own life because I'm around that. You get these principles like belief transference. People that are successful and happy and positive help your belief to expand, which helps you to expand your willingness to take action, creating new experiences and beliefs and results of your own. So are you trying to do it on your own? If so, I'd encourage you to begin to put together your own mastermind. And this might be a mastermind with a family member, a friend, a coworker, whatever it is, or join a mastermind. I always highly recommend a mentor that can see you better than you can see yourself. And the other thing is, are you caught up in the problems and the obstacles, or are you consciously looking for the solutions? Are you approaching life from an abundant mentality versus a scarcity mindset? I want you to really think about that, and I want you to really analyze where you're at and what you're doing, because today's the day. Today's the day that you can make a change. Today's a brand new day, and it's never too late to start going the direction that you want to go to create your life. So that's my thought for you today. I hope you have an amazing day. I look forward to talking with you more tomorrow. Do me a favor and share this episode. There's people out there that are struggling. I'd love for you to share this episode with at least one or two people, or put it in your story and tag me. Tag me so that I know that you shared it. I appreciate it. It means the world to me, and I look forward to talking with you more tomorrow. Once again, this has been the Daily Mastermind. Have an amazing day.